Hangeul and Korean. Lecture 2. 1. Among Hangeul status to the status of Hangeul. UNESCO, which has awarded the King Sejong Literacy Award since 1990 and 1997, the original Hunminjeongeum Haeryebon, from Proclaim, was registered as a World Heritage Site. As of 2017, 432 cases were registered around the world, and one of Korea's 16 UNESCO World Heritage Sites is Hunminjeongeum Haeryebon. About Hunminjeongeum Haeryebon with substance recorded in Korean. UNESCO stated that the Hunminjeongeum version, which was published in 1446, includes the proclamation document of King Sejong the Great and the proclamation document version of the commentary written by scholars of Jeopyeonjin, which adds explanations and usage. This is why it is called Hunminjeongeum Haeryebon. And if you look at the reasons for the registration, it is stated that Hunminjeongeum meets the global importance, originality, and irreplaceability presented as a condition for the registration. The favorable evaluation of King Sejong and Hunminjeongeum, or Hangeul, as described above, is. It originated from the comments of linguists and writers as follows. He is also known as Gerard Diamond, the author of Guns, Germs, and Steel. Many linguists, including myself, are amazed at Hangeul's phenomenal features. Hangeul, the great monument to the genius of Koreans. The 28 characters created by Sejong are the best alphabet in the world and the most scientific notation system in the world. This is Liederchoon who won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Hangeul is a universal language and can play a big role in protecting minority languages around the world. This is Robert Ramsey, who received the Order of Culture of the Republic of Korea for his study of Hangeul. There's no letter in human culture that's better than Korean. It's the alphabet of the world. Hiroyuki Umeda is a professor at Tokyo University in Japan. Hangeul is the most advanced phonetic character in the world, but it is also a higher quality character than the Roman one. Liederchoon is a professor at Yanbian University in China. Hangeul has ended its history in Chinese, where only letters were handed down without notes. Jeffrey Sampson is a professor at the University of Thurses in the United Kingdom. Hangeul should undoubtedly be considered one of mankind's greatest intellectual achievements. James McCauley is a professor at the University of Chicago in the United States. I've been celebrating Hangeul Day with linguists and students every year for the past 20 years, since the 1970s. Edwin Reischauer is a professor at Harvard University in the United States. Hangeul is the most scientific writing system not found in everyday writing in any country in the world. It's Pearl Buck who won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Sejong the Great is Leonardo da Vinci of Korea. The above praise for King Sejong and Hangeul served as the basis for the establishment of the UNESCO King Sejong Prize, the selection of 50 language thinkers for King Sejong, the listing of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and the dissemination of Hangeul around the world. The reason why scholars and writers around the world rave about Hangeul, explaining in detail, is the first purpose of this course. Thanks to the praise above, Hangeul is spreading all over the world. The Indonesian Chiajia tribe had its own language but could not record history because it did not have letters. Meanwhile, it was proposed by Korea and adopted Hangeul as an official letter. Currently, Korean teachers reside and educate, and other tribes around them are gradually spreading enough to request Hangeul. As shown in the figure above, it is said that the communication of the native people of Chia became easier because it was written in Korean rather than in English. Seoul National University also participated in the Solomon Islands, in the South Pacific, as part of the UN Global Compact project, which was written in Korean and produced in middle and high school textbooks. In addition to English, which is the official language, more than 70 languages are used, but it is said that the government has pushed for the introduction of Hangeul because it is struggling to educate its native language due to poverty and lack of writing. The Aimara tribe in South America, including Bolivia, Peru, and Chile, also had words, but there was no text, so they borrowed Spanish to write it, but they were having difficulty due to inconvenience. Thus, the Department of Linguistics at Seoul National University produced and delivered the Aimara notation, and it is said that the decision was left to the will of the indigenous people for fear of being seen as a cultural invasion. As you can see from the above example, Hangeul is more than any other character in the world. It is an excellent way to write the words of other countries most accurately. The reason is that Hangul is not just a notation tool for Koreans, but it expresses human words and letters by embodying the principle of all things in the universe and human pronunciation organs. This time, let's take a look at the status of Hangul among the world's characters. It is known that there are up to 7,000 languages spoken around the world, but only about 400 written languages. However, if you look at the origin of these characters, you can see that there are 4 major categories like the chart above, and as you can see here, only Hangul occupies a very unique position. In other words, the world's characters are phonetic sound letters or symbolic, meaning letters. Only Hangul is a phonetic character, the most specifically developed character among phonetic characters, and it is also a qualitative character. If you display the previous chart on the world map, it looks like the picture above. Except for Chinese characters, most of the characters in other languages originate from Egyptian characters, so we can confirm again that Hangul is a very special character. As we've seen above, let's take a closer look at Hangul, which is very special in the history of letters in the world.